He says he gives all these things, life, breath, all things, and he has made from one blood every nation of men to dwell on all the face of the earth, and has determined their pre-appointed times and the boundaries of their dwelling. So, one of the things that hit me, and again, it's not that I haven't read this before, but it was just kind of powerful this morning when I read this. He's made from one blood every nation of men. What nations would that be? Well, you name it.
Yeah.
South America, Africa, United States, Europe, Mexico, you name it.
All around the world.
All the
every
different
nation.
peoples came from one blood. Sometimes, we think of the races as being so different from each other, almost like they are different creations.
Yeah, someone else created
God
these people.
said, I'll make Africans, bam, here's the African. Now I'll make some white folks, and, here in Europe, bam, here's some white folks. And I think I need some Hispanics, here they go. I need some Asians. No, he made from one blood. And we all descended from that one blood. And of course, that was Adam and Eve. The blood of Adam flows in your veins and flows in my veins and everybody else's veins.
Everybody.
So there's no room for thinking anybody is particularly special or particularly inferior, because we all come from the same blood,
right?
The same family. And we are all creations from God.
Yeah.
Who started with one couple, Mr. Adam and Mrs. Eve. And from there, he sent out the different peoples, and he colored peoples different shades, and they developed different languages, different cultures, different foods, different dances, all kinds of different things. But the one thing that should not be different, although it is the one God, that we all relate to the one God and to his son, Jesus Christ. Because Jesus is not an American Jesus. He's not a Hispanic Jesus. He's not an African Jesus. He is Jesus, the only begotten Son of God, the one who was before there ever was a world.
Yes.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So Jesus is God, and he transcends culture, race, nationality, or anything else. Now, when he came to earth, he came as a Jew. No question about that.
Yeah,
so
he has to land somewhere.
He has to land somewhere. Very good point there. So from one blood, if we really got that, there wouldn't be any racism.
No.
All children of one God, all coming from one blood.
One blood.
All God's special creation, all loved, equally loved. And, sometimes if you read the Bible, you can think, well, God really loves the Jews more than anybody else.
No.
But that's not true either. Because he did choose the Jews for his own purposes, but it was because of his great love for the world. It was like, I've got to show myself to the world. I've got to reach out to the world. I'm going to start with a guy named Abraham, and from there created the Jews, and from there brought forth Jesus, and from there said, now it's for the whole world. And when Jesus resurrected, what did he say? Go take the gospel, go into all the world, and preach the gospel to who? Every creature, all creation. So there's no question about it. God's love is for all people. And if anybody ever got that, there could be no racism. It would die like an ice cube on a hot Texas summer day on the sidewalk. It would just dissolve and go away. And not only just the fact of that God is the God of all and the creator of all, but the love he puts in our heart for one another, that would kill racism all by itself.
Right.
Or another thing that would kill racism is if we simply followed the golden rule, do unto others as you'd have them do unto you.
Right.
If everybody practiced that would be the end of it.
That would be fine.
Nobody
wants to, get hurt. Nobody wants to,
be treated badly, abused or mocked or anything else. Back in the days of slavery, there was a preacher named Charles Finney. And, there were people arguing back and forth, does the Bible acknowledge slavery? And some said, well, Paul said that slaves should obey their masters, so the Bible says slavery is good. Finney said no. He said the whole issue is solved by this one verse, do unto others the way you'd have them do unto you. So he said to his white brothers and sisters, would you like to be a slave? No, nobody would. Well, then why would you want to enslave others? And that works not just obviously with slavery, that's not an issue anymore, but with everything.
Yeah.
we've got to treat people the way we want to be treated. And how do we want to be treated? How do you want to be treated?
I want to be treated nice, like every other people want to be treated like. I want to be accepted. I want to be seen as a human being, not an animal.
Right.
I want to be seen and be heard.
Right.
Not ignoring me, like, oh, I am ignoring you. I'm like, okay, I know that you're ignoring me. I'm ignoring you too.
Well, and I think the word that kind of sums up what you're describing is respect. I love the word respect, and it applies everywhere. We need to treat people with respect. We may not respect their behavior. There's some people I look at the way they act and I don't respect it at all, but I will respect them. In other words, I'm not going to be rude. I'm not going to get up in their face and say, you big idiot, you're such a fool, and so forth and so on. Let God deal with them. I mean, if God calls me to correct their behavior, so be it, but at least do it with respect. Anyway.
I think this portion has just answered a lot of questions everybody is asking, or wanting to know how human beings are being made, and we are different in colors, but we are not different in human nature.
Right.
Nature is nature. We are human beings, and whatever skin you turn out to be does not define you.
No.
What defines you is who you are inside and who God has created you to be.